Welcome to the Smoke Podcast. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Smoke Podcast.
Yes. Man, Richland was good last week, wasn't
He was. He was all about education and all about
he laid it down,
empowering our kids and trying to make sure that they were successful. So you got to appreciate it, brother.
It's going to be hard to follow that up.
I don't know. We got a good guest this time,
I think everybody
too.
we have just have so much information for the audience beyond us talking about the cigars and the pairing and everything. I enjoyed
We
the
always
conversation.
said that, when we invite people to be on the show, they like, I don't smoke. I mean,
we would
yes,
like you
we
to
would
smoke.
like you to smoke, but if you
it's not a requirement.
Yeah, it's not a requirement. We've had several guests that did not smoke per se.
We want you to smoke. But our whole thing is that our show is about, this is what people do when they go to a cigar bar.
It's chit-chat.
They sit around, talk shop, talk about politics, talk about sports, talk about all the different things. And that's what we're bringing you. We're bringing different guests, their perception on life. And that's what I like about
And you need it because sometimes we so closed mind and we all kind of in our own circles about things, but it's nice to hear different perspectives if you have that mindset.
So, since y'all...
Except for you.
Since you made that turn on my street, I'm in New York. Stop at this cigar lounge.
All right.
I didn't have any cigars because, I was trying to pack sensible. First off, the cigars were super expensive. And they wanted to charge me a cutting fee if I brought my own. $25 cutting fee. I'm like, what the hell?
You just walked around smoking your cigar? Found you a little stump you can sit down on.
I told y'all, my goal was to smoke my cigar.
Actually, that's not what you said.
What did I say?
You said
your goal was to smoke something else.
Well, but no,
on Times Square.
On Times Square, but I'm gonna be right there on Times Square. Y'all look at our Instagram page. I have a picture of me with a good
picture
Cohiba.
of you.
Wait a minute, what's funny? What is funny? Yes, she just went off the rails.
A picture of him.
So it's gonna be a picture of you doing what?
Smoking a cigar in Times Square.
That's your thing.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Okay, y'all be on the lookout.
Boy.
Was that a bucket list?
Yeah, no, it was because me and Fabian, we've been to New York plenty of times. So this time I went up there with Angie's mom is from from New York, and she had surgery. So we went up there to kind of check on her and just to kick it in New York. And any place I go out of town, my goal is to try to find a cigar lounge, which I've been fairly successful. Only place I didn't get to smoke at a cigar lounge was in Seattle.
Yeah.
And that's because Seattle has all these clubs, and the amount to smoke for one day in the clubs, at least the club I was trying to go to was basically $100.
Oh, wow.
And you could come in there and smoke. The city, for one day. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I needless to say, when I was in South Carolina a couple weeks ago, right next to the hotel where I was shooting at was a cigar lounge, and it was great. I had a great time there.
That's what's up.
But they had a $20 cutting fee as well. Like if you came in with your own cigar.
Hey, maybe that's what we need to do here. Have a cutting fee.
Man, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the
Nah,
20.
that's just a joke.
That's just joke, people. We love y'all. Come hang out with us. Don't
Yes.
forget.
So Kimberly, what you been smoking?
Ooh, you know.
She never knows. She never knows.
I never
She
know.
takes pictures just to figure out what the notes that she might experience.
That's true.
but
true.
then she kind of forgets it.
That's true.
Especially if it don't live up to her expectations. Now, I'm waiting on the day when Kimberly comes in with 4 cigars in her hand and says, Ike, Fabian, y'all need to try this.
That hasn't happened, has
It
it?
has not
never
happened.
happened.
It has not happened.
It's never happened.
Yeah, so
You
I'm
never
waiting
bought a
on that
drink?
day.
That's a
Oh,
lie.
cigar.
That's a lie. All of that is lies
Tell
and
one.
garbage, y'all. Lies and garbage on
Tell
their
one.
part, on y'all part.
Which one? What did you bring?
I don't have to try to remember right now.
Oh my.
No, she said we done so many shows. I don't know.
I don't know.
So, Kimberly, are you going to have your traditional, the karaoke
Yes.
singing party, whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to
I
smoke
am.
then, right?
Yeah, because I would really like, just for, how this year's has been tough all the way around. And I just feel like, everybody needs a day, a moment where you could just kind of sit back and chill and, no pressure. Just have fun. Laugh at yourself sometimes. I mean, we laugh at the karaoke all day long. We got video, laugh from last year.
Yeah, I pull.
Don't do that, but don't do that. But yeah, my plan is to kind of get back to some of the things that I really enjoy doing, which I enjoy having little sets and get-togethers and parties and hosting. Huh? Yeah, okay. I like doing. I really
set doer.
Yeah, I like doing stuff like that. So I want to get back into doing things like that.
Do you have to have a license to do sets?
No, you don't have to have no license to do sets.
Wait a
Just
minute.
know what you're doing.
Is our guest speaking before he's been properly introduced?
Yes, I guess is speaking.
He's been on the show before, so that's
He's been on the show before.
Oh, okay. So I was just curious. I was like, what is that fourth voice coming from?
It's coming, man. Yeah, that's how I guess. He just can't
It's
wait.
all good.
That's
It's
all.
all
He just
good.
can't
He like
wait.
family.
That's all it is.
He
black.
that's what
He
it
black.
is.
Black. He just walked in looking like a lumberjack, just black.
I know. I was like, who this dude? But yeah, man. But yeah.
So, anyways, baby, what you been smoking?
What you been smoking, Fabe?
Man,
Because you couldn't smoke last week.
I couldn't
he
smoke
was sick.
last week. I wasn't feeling too good, But
You still recovering from Thanksgiving?
Dang, still.
man, me and my cousin and my aunt, we got drunk almost every
Not drunk.
night.
You
Not
was
drunk.
a little.
Let's not use the word
Just say
drunk.
you was
Hold
leaning.
on. Let's just say you had probably a little bit more than you should have had.
I went,
He said,
like the bossy bartender. I went to the level,
That
my
fits
level
you and plus
that level.
plus another level.
I should have stopped at my level. And I didn't stop at my level.
You just went on. It's all
I
good.
think I was just so happy to see everybody because a lot of things happened in our family and everything. It was just cool to see
Just
them
to have
come
family.
down.
Just have
Just
family
have family
around.
come down that could have been doing something else.
Right.
And I think that's
agree with
where
that.
I'm at. I'm at the point where if I get an opportunity to go out of town, I'm going.
Yeah.
We planned this trip to New York, and I mean we had a great time, and I just I don't want to live life. I don't want to die with regrets.
Yeah.
I don't want to get sick and like, dang, I wish I did this.
Right, 100.
I wish I did that.
But to
I
answer
wanna,
your question, I've been smoking Davidoffs.
That's been your. What
super-
the? What
yeah.
the?
He
Is
got-
that in the humidor?
It's not in the
Oh, that's at the private selection.
Him making money.
Him making
you
money.
can tell.
Him
Him got a
downstairs.
deal that he was so happy about that he had to go order him some.
There you go.
Okay, okay, wait a minute. Hold up. That's okay. We'll talk about this off camera.
I was just happy and I got click happy.
Oh, okay. That's
was one of
okay. It happens.
You know what?
Sometimes
And
you
it
gotta do
will.
that.
When you get those emails, like on mine, it pops up on my computer in the lower right hand corner. It says, "Hey, we got deals going on." You click on it and you like, "Dang,
Dang.
you mean I can get some Cohibas for $25?"
Ain't no telling what the Black Friday deals was like. click, click.
Yeah, you get click happy and you like, you know what? We only live once.
You only live once. And to Isaac's point, I agree. Start spending doing what makes you happy.
Cause you know what you can't do?
You can't take it with
Can't
you.
take it with you.
And let me tell you something, folks gonna mess it over if you do not have an outline right.
I don't get me wrong. I want my family to have a good life if something that was to tragically happen to me.
Why is it
But I
gotta be
want-
tragic?
Well, hell, if I
If
die,
you
that's
die, it's
tragic.
tragic.
So I want you to have a good time. I want you to ball out the frame, though.
Why not?
I mean, you won't really know, Fabian. So I understand your point.
Yeah. Put it like this. I want my family to ball out the frame, but I don't want somebody else coming to join the family to be balling out my
Oh, you try. Okay.
Again, you have no choice in that.
Right.
No say
No
so.
say so.
yeah,
Your wife can say, "Baby, I'm gonna not get married to anybody else." But once you go,
I don't. Trust me, I don't want that. I want her to be happy and everything. But man, I don't want the nigga balling out my money.
He said.
he said,
Well,
"Baby,
once again,
the nigga, he need to bring something to the table."
Bring something to the table, shit. You
Once
better bring
again,
something to the
Fabian,
table.
You won't know.
God, you know what? You're right. We won't know, but just think if you did know, you just sitting down looking at that shit. Fuck this motherfucker.
Oh my God, you would be so unconcerned. You'd be so unconcerned.
I'd be
oh
like,
my God.
can you send the angels down? The angels. The dude, like, make them wreck or something. Don't kill them.
Then she got to take care of somebody that's been in an accident. No, don't do that. Wish everyone well.
Yeah, I wish everyone. Baby, these just jokes. Just jokes. Just jokes. Anyway, we gonna come back, y'all. We gonna bring our guest in, even though you done heard his voice, but hopefully, he gonna say a little prayer over us.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be the pastor tonight. I'm gonna be the non-profit dude tonight.
You cannot escape.
Y'all didn't kill the holy realm.
All right, y'all. We'll be right
can't
back.
even help us.
Right, y'all. Welcome back to the Smoke Podcast. Ooh. Man, we had a good break.
It is.
Unfortunately,
did you get you a new drink?
I mixed some stuff together.
Oh,
probably
shit.
be sick.
Oh, good.
Yes, I mixed the rum and with some whiskey. So
Some rumski.
Yeah, what?
Rumski.
Ridiculous.
So y'all, welcome to the show, Broderick Connesero. See, I didn't say pastor, I didn't say preacher, I didn't say reverend. This is Broderick.
Well, you might as well have.
You just said it.
You just said it.
You did just say it, Ike.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Coming to the show. Hey. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you for having me. Second time around.
See, I never say your last name because I always
Connesero. Now,
Connesero.
I can say it, but I can't spell it. When I used to have to type his name when I would produce the graphics for the church, every time I had to go to Facebook and copy and paste that because I would do CON and then I'd be like, Connesero. I was like, nah, let me just go and copy it.
Right. That's what they usually call me. Most people be like, hey, Conseco. I'd be like, no, that's not.
Wow.
It's an R, not a C.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
So what's been going on?
Man, just turned 50.
Yeah,
Welcome
he had
to the club.
the big 50th birthday in November.
And then at 50, I'm looking at a life change. That's the crazy part.
What you mean?
Because I've been in the pulpit for 21 years, and it's like this transition for me. It's crazy. It's like I did nonprofit youth ministry, then I went into senior pastoring, and now, and this is the analogy I gave. There are these tables in life. When I did youth ministry, I sat at the kiddie table. And so all of the senior pastors just kind of was like, go deal with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And real life was happening to those kids. And I'm like, man, I got to have a greater reach, got to have more, impact. And so I became the pastor of a church. But now I'm at 50 and I'm realizing that table ain't even big enough.
Right.
Because of the circumstances. And I'm just going to speak from a real perspective, from a black perspective, that's making me just look at politics. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I used to look at people like Warnick and be like, man, you tripping. You need to stay in the pulpit. But the reality is, if your heart is really for people.
That's true. Why not say
And that's the only way you can really affect major change.
Major change. Just like, because I could feed people. For 5 years we've been doing this. I've been feeding people for 5 years.
You ain't taught none of them how to
But
fish.
the issue is they still getting fed for 5 years. And so at 50, I'm literally bothered that I done gave pizza to youth. I done fed folks barbecue and, you know what I'm saying, got them Gatorade and chicken. And, and I keep coming back to the same place and ain't nothing changed.
Yeah. It's because you didn't teach them how to fish.
That's true point.
Yeah.
And it's like you focus so much from the pulpit on this internal aspect that you start looking externally, especially like I said, because you got to have a heart for it. You literally got to have a heart for the people outside of the congregation. If you don't, you can become very content with just making the thing work inside. And so for me, it's like I love the internal aspect of church, but the reality is the church is called to go outside of the building.
100.
And so you gotta have a plan that, to your point, teaches these people how to fish for themselves, because every year we keep feeding you, but I'm feeding you in the same place and you in the same condition and you dealing with the same problem. And the funny part for me is at 50, the light bulb. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't something about that 5-0.
But no, here go the crazy part. Because at 50, your memory going bad, your vision funny.
No, your
like,
body giving up on you.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, why didn't I have this thought when I was 5 years into ministry? Forget what age I dealt with. And I just became on fire about doing what I do then.
But, but it takes life happening.
Right.
For you to understand that.
Right.
35 wasn't going to do it for you.
No.
Because you had a whole nother thought process.
35, I was a hot mess.
Yeah, a whole nother thought process.
I was trying to rinse off
40,
20.
Even 40 was a whole
40,
nother
yeah.
thought process.
40. Yeah.
Especially for men, it's a whole nother thought process.
That's so true.
And when you get to 50,
true.
it's a different story.
Yeah.
50 becomes, all right, let me do this. I got this going, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then you also looking at this. I'm running out of time.
Right. So that's the funny conversation. Everybody now, when I say I'm closer to my end than my beginning, everybody be like,
don't say that.
I got more time in front of me. I got less time in front of me.
Yeah. And so at 50, I'm like, dang, because again, I've done it for as far as ministry, 21 years. But I'm like, God dang, what did I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I can throw the little stuff on the wall, South Africa, Dominican Republic, and people be like, yeah, but I can go to Orange Mound and it's still the same.
Yeah.
And that bothers me at 50.
I was watching the news today, and then there was a shooting of a young person. all the headline said was, "Kid shot near Sonic."
Yeah.
I immediately knew that was Kirby High School.
Is that right?
It's like immediate because I stayed over in that area, and if you went during school times, I mean it was a hot
Sonic
mess.
Was a hot spot.
Yeah, it was a hot mess. Just right there. So as soon as I saw the headline, "Kid shot near Sonic," I knew immediately that was at Kirby.
And see, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. We've known for years in Memphis that was a hot spot.
Yep.
And nobody has stopped to change the hot spot.
Man.
And yet, we've religiously done what we do every Sunday.
Because there's a huge church over there.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go there. Yeah. Let's focus on something else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, we know where the hot spots are. I was telling a friend of mine, because me coming from California, coming to Memphis, I know what peace can look like in a community plagued by violence. The killer part for me, and I said this to a group, and everybody looked at me like I was talking Chinese, you don't know the right people to have peace happen. You don't know how to use your influence, your impact, to make the what we call, because I'm old now, I'm 50. I told my homies I'm an OG now. Yeah. It's like you don't know how to now find the young buck that's out there, pull them in, because when I was young in California, if an OG said stop, I stopped. We don't have that same voice no more.
No, because they don't
and
care about
because,
the OG.
Right, but that's because the relationships, because I was in what I used to do, I was taught by an older person. So I had a reverence, respect for whenever they said stop, go, left, right. Now
it's just shut your old ass up.
Yeah, it's like shut up, but that's because you ain't got no relationship with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't had no relationship with me. I've been just like my daddy, you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't tell me about your days of gun blazing and selling and making it hot on the block, because
Not
while
hot
I
on the
tried
block.
because now that I made the block hot, you wasn't there for me in the process.
Wow.
And so we lost the voice.
Right.
And so with all this violence, you got all of these folks doing nonprofit, anti-gang situations, but can't none of them bring to the table the individuals that are riding around with them Jason masks and Chucky masks and say, hey, I want to talk to you. They scared of them, but they'll get up and raise money in a minute and call the news and be like, "Hey, come see what I'm doing with these chips and hot dogs."
And see, I'm a big believer that if you gonna help me, you ain't got to post it on social media.
Right.
That's the key.
Right.
You ain't got to post. Just be behind the scenes working.
Right.
You know, our guest last week, we had Reginald Finchers on the show, and he was all about the youth. He was all about, you know, trying to empower the kids, and I think you and the teachers and stuff. And I think what you're saying is carrying on, that if we don't get these young people under control, we're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to. We've got to learn conflict resolution. We got to be able to
all of that.
to have a conversation. If I disagree with you, we got to be able to sit down and talk about it, and not pull out guns and not just go to the extreme right off the bat. We got to be able to just be able to talk. And that's the piece is we don't have any kind of conflict resolution skills. It's not taught.
Some of these adults get conflict.
But I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Like I spent 6 years with SCS as a consultant, and coming in, they wanted me to deal with violence, the problem in violence in the school. But I learned in the seat I sat in as a consultant that violence wasn't even the real issue. That wasn't even the real problem. It was the discrimination. It was the bias, the mindsets, the paradigms that made these kids literally act out. And so whether you were 4.0 or 2.0 in a GPA, it was the circumstances that surrounded you that made you act out. Wow. And again, no relationship is there. And so you throwing kids on one hallway because they come from a certain situation, and then you putting another group of kids in another hallway, and you forgetting that at lunchtime they all got to come together.
Yeah.
And all of them feel some kind of way when they come together, and because they can't act out on you, they gonna deal with each other.
They act up on each other, yeah.
And that's what they miss.
Yeah,
that's what they miss.
Yeah.
And so I walked away from the opportunity just like, man, we blew that. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, we messed that part up. That just didn't go together.
You know what I'm saying? Because you hearing kids talk about, I don't know how to sign checks. I don't know how to interview for jobs. And I'm just like,
the skill sets that we got.
Yeah, because again, for a lot of them, the reality is I want better. But like I said,
how do you get better?
Ain't nobody sat long enough with me to show me better. It ain't that I don't want to know.
But so to your point, because I used to go into I forget the school that I went to. I was doing the mentoring. Here was one of the problems that they told me up front is that these kids, you'll have a kid and you can be mentoring to them for 2 or 3 weeks, and you come back the 4th week and they've moved. They're gone.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't know where they're at. The schools don't know where they're at. These kids, they jump schools from school to school. Yeah. So I may have got some traction with you, and all of a sudden, mama and them gone.
Yeah. But that's the other challenge to mentoring that I try to get people to see. It ain't enough for you to sign a piece of paper that say I'm a mentor this kid. You gotta literally invest in the kid.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I'm grateful for at 50, I got kids that 21 years ago I met that I'm still in contact with. I got kids that as a pastor,
it's almost like they got to become part of your family.
They got
to work.
You know what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, the reason you mentoring them is because they're not getting something at home.
At home.
You know what I'm saying? I
at the house.
I had a young one that I literally was able to see go from being the person I met in a classroom to the person who sat in my living room.
Right.
To the person who sat in the pews.
Right.
To where now they working a full-time job because my relationship has got them now like, yeah, I went through, because again, the mentor piece that people miss, you still got to go through the growing pains with the individual.
Right.
Because when you invest 1 or 2 hours a day, they still got 22 other hours that you got to sift through.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And so
you don't know what's being fed in them 22. In the other
you don't
22.
have no idea, and then the deprogramming you. Hey, you act like this at home. You can't act like this shit with me.
Right. And that's a whole nother fight. I'll never forget my wife Dia. I had one. His name is. I'll say his name. He know what's up. Marquise would come to my house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pants sagging. Spent the night with a girl the night before and got dropped off so he can come eat brunch with us. And my wife checking him at the door, like, where your hygiene bag at? Why your pants down? And it was that, though, that made him now, he kicked me to the curb, him and my wife was like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, cool, because it's like, man, this lady stopped and made sure that I had this, I had this. So the next week after she checked him the first time, she had a bag waiting for him. And so the funny part for me was every week that he would come, that backpack that she gave him with the hygiene stuff,
he had it with him. He had it with
him.
Hey, but it's little things like that changes a person's life.
Exactly.
It really is.
Because now the boy is working a 9 to 5. He put a young dude on that he knew that I didn't know into a job. And they both now, what I gave him, what my wife gave him,
he gave it to somebody
giving
else.
it to him.
Yeah, play it forward.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
So y'all want to talk about this cigar we smoking?
Well, you really know how to segue things.
You sure don't.
There was a lull in the conversation, so I decided to jump in.
Not
there.
a law. The man
Yes.
just took a breath.
Okay,
All
well,
right, what we smoking like?
we smoking Cohiba
Way to help him out, Fabian.
Yeah.
Cohiba Gray. It's actually called a Cohiba Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
And according to my friends at Google, so the Cohiba cigars are the company that owns Cohiba is called General Cigars. It's one of the post-embargo's Cuban brands reincarnated through various factories in the Dominican Republic. General Cigars have done a great job. So Cohibas typically, I remember when me and Fabian, we first was trying to procure some Cohibas that our good friend Susie, Big Sue, brought through, and she gave us a real Cohiba. I mean, it was a good cigar. I mean, it was good. I mean, it was a great cigar. But
Even the fake ones are still good cigars.
Yeah, the fake. So
Right.
To Fabian's point, the fake ones, they're still cigars. They just don't have the official label. Now, is it because they couldn't get the label? They smuggled some cigars out. I mean, whatever. But to Fabian's point, they are still good cigars. And this is a great
Except for
cigar.
the ones you get at the gas station.
Yeah,
gas
don't buy
station.
cigars.
Gas stations, Cubans.
Listen, if you pick up a cigar and you squeeze it and it
Don't squeeze back.
cracks,
at you.
it's like, yeah, probably put that back.
Put that back.
But if you go to a cigar lounge, and I'm not telling you to go in there and start squeezing the damn cigars because you're gonna get put out quick. But if you go and you grab a cigar, it should not feel like it's dry. It should still feel good and
Pretty moist.
and the Cohiba Nicaraguas are great cigars. Let me see, what does this
It's
say?
a lull in the conversation.
Yeah, the cigar is very aromatic. The foot and the wrapper smell like raisins, cedar, and
I do
molasses,
to kill.
which is they say is the holy trinity of well-aged and
Oh
fermented
Lord, they threw the
leaves.
Trinity in there.
Oh
Holy
yeah, you
Trinity,
see that?
man.
Let me read that again.
This was a perfect
foot-
night for me to be
The
here.
foot
Y'all got
and
a
the
Trinity
wrapper
cigar.
smell like raisins, cedar, and molasses, which is the holy trinity of a well-aged and fermented leaves.
Not the
It
Holy
says-
Trinity.
Yeah, so they grew it up. He said the first puffs hit me with a psychedelic trip of flavors. If I were Matt Booth, whoever he is, I compare this experience to a four-way where the lead starlet didn't, whatever he's talking about.
I'm telling you, man, there's another porn star that did that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
A porn
yeah.
producer.
Yeah, and now
They
he's
gotta have-
now
they
he's
gotta
writing
supplement
now
their
he's writing restaurant
Reviews.
No, not reviews. The descriptions of the food.
Look at when he said, I thought he was about to say, now he's writing Reverend Johnson's sermons every Sunday.
Get it?
So for
It's
this
terrible.
one, we paired it with a rum.
Tell us about that rum, Kimberly.
Richland Rum is manually crafted by Richland Estate, where sugar cane is cultivated in the Richland Distilling Company, with rum distilleries in the cities of Richland and Brunswick in southern Georgia. The Richland Estate was established in 1999 to bring back a true American single estate rum. This field-to-glass rum crafting approach was long lost in the U.S. Today, almost 20 years of sustainable agricultural practices and superior land stewardship at Richland Estate, combined with the relentless pursuit of purity, authenticity. Oh wait,
Oh, damn.
okay, never mind. And quality in the fermentation and copper pot distillation.
Distill. Yeah.
Okay, techniques are at both distilleries has led to the production of an exquisite rum with a rare pedigree.
And you
These
can
people
only
can
buy.
write.
And
So
you can
it-
only buy that in Georgia.
Yeah, that was my
Georgia.
question. Is there not any other rums made in the United States?
Doesn't seem like
I
it.
don't think so.
They say they brought it back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And just think, and I was watching CBS Sunday Morning, and they were talking about the climate.
Not the CBS.
Yeah, but what they were talking about, which they weren't talking about cigars per se, but they were talking about how the climate has changed and how in Georgia, for example, they're growing stuff that they used to not grow. Like, Georgia was known for the peaches, but now they're growing oranges and stuff, which oranges and stuff were usually grown down in Florida.
Yeah.
But now they're able to grow oranges in Georgia because of the way that the climate is changing, and it's hotter in Georgia now more as much as it is in Florida.
So that means that the oranges crossed the Florida-Georgia line.
Pretty
I
much.
can't.
It's an orange peach.
It's an orange runaway. They escaped.
Plump like that peach, but
they
it's an
didn't wanna
orange.
be in
though.
Florida.
Like, man, this
anymore.
orange, he's like a peach.
Well, I would think that only because of everything that happens in Florida weather-wise. The tornadoes
and
every
hurricanes and all
Joe
that.
a lot
Biden
of
told
water.
you
I
that
mean,
stuff don't matter no more. We got
But
to go
you
with
could be in Florida just kicking it, then it's just all of a sudden rain.
Yeah. Welcome to Miami.
Yeah.
Well, and to Fabian's point, the thing about it is don't go running, just chill because the rain's
It's
gonna
gonna
pass.
stop.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
pass
gonna
in
stop.
about.
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, just wait around. It will
Right.
change.
Great
So,
example is yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah, yesterday.
So man, this is a great rum. Richland Rum. Okay.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine, Sam Blythe. He came in town and he brought me a bottle of that because, like I
Oh,
said,
nice.
you can't get that here.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But,
Very nice.
yeah, I told him, I said, when you gonna feature it on the show?
That's what's up.
What's
Yeah.
the proof? Is this
It didn't
100
tell me
proof?
that.
Oh Lord.
Oh, it's 86 proof.
86.
Yeah, 86 proof.
43% by alcohol.
Alcohol by volume.
Mhm.
So that's it's not Uncle Nearest proof,
Ain't nothing near that, huh?
but it's.
But it is real good sipping rum. It really
And I
is.
bet this would go good with some eggnog.
There you go again.
Damn eggnog.
Since you found out
Are you the
couldn't
only
get
one at the table that like eggnog? Because I do
Clearly.
not like it.
Clearly. I hate eggnog.
that. Hey,
Yeah, that's a harsh
Hate
word,
is
and I
such
hate
a
it too.
harsh word.
that's a harsh word.
I hate it too.
That's the neighborhood I come from. We hate that thing.
Yeah.
A little bit in some coffee.
What?
Oh, the rum in the coffee. She wasn't saying eggnog. She was saying
Oh, I
the
was
rum
put you a little bit of
in
rum
the
in
coffee.
your coffee.
Yes, there you go.
I
I'm
have
just
not,
trying to help
so,
you out.
So help me understand. What people that mix their coffee with liquor? What's the objective?
What do you mean?
What's the objective?
Yeah, what do you get out of it,
elevates
Ken?
the
What do you
taste
get out of it?
profile back here.
Why you got to
and
point
then-
at your cheeks?
Because then it gives you all.
She finna make up some shit.
Right. So do you function as super employee when
Yes,
you put
you
your
do.
liquor? Okay.
Now I
Okay.
get Bailey's in coffee because it's kind of a cream, but I don't. I tried to do my cognac in coffee, and it just.
I mean, you still need to do like the other things that you like to do to your coffee. It just takes it up an extra
Somebody
level.
gave me this little plug on it. It's a peanut whiskey.
Oh yeah,
That's supposed to
screwball.
be-
Screwball.
Screwball.
Yeah, that's supposed to be
That
good
shit
with
nasty.
coffee. They say with coffee it's the bomb.
Screwball. So Screwball has a Screwball barbecue whiskey.
Oh, that's nasty.
That don't even sound
It-
right.
I've not had it. I've smelled it. I opened it. And I was like, okay, I'm good. I've had that. I've tried that. I tried the peanut butter.
Right, I did peanut butter.
It was
That was
okay.
I
It was
think we had
okay.
the peanut
Nasty.
butter. It was okay.
It was like I was like confused. I was like, "Where's the bread?" You know what I'm saying?
Got some jelly.
Right, where's the bread?
No,
I mean, it is what it is.
it's all right.
It's I think as your palate matures or as it proceeds.
Right, because that's a grown word, palate.
Yeah.
You're a real cigar smoker at that point.
because me and Fabian, we talk about it all the time. Some of the stuff that we're drinking now, a few years ago, we was like, ugh, that's nasty. I mean,
It's like I used to never could drink scotch
Okay.
or cognac, but now that's all I drink.
yeah. And my wife, every time I grab something, she looks at me. The first thing she does, she looks at my face when I take that first sip, and she like, don't even say it. Look, it tastes good because your face is saying the
Saying
total
it
opposite.
all.
I
Tell
said,
it.
but you have to ingest it, and you're kind of like trying to figure out the notes. For me, when I taste this rum, I'll smell it, and then I'll taste it, and I'll try to figure out what.
You're a real connoisseur. You smelling it. That's top
He
notch.
doing the most.
Right.
You gotta do that whole swirl.
Right, the whole swirl.
But that's that. Because when you read the reviews, they do the.
So
they,
you
they
read
tell
reviews
you, yeah,
too,
they
right?
tell you what
Wow.
it smells like, and then what does it taste like. And I try to.
He the sophisticated reviewer.
I'm
I
still
try to-
hood. I just if the homies tell me it's good, all right, let's go.
Rolling.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back more.
We're not giving the smoke to
We're not
nobody.
giving the smoke to nobody.
This is the
This is
holiday season.
Holiday season. We're gonna
And
chill.
where
Where did I know him from?
I ain't P-Vat.
P Valley.
Oh my God!
We got Wody in the building.
We got Wody in the building.
I know that dude.
I got it.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the smoke, man. When I said, we always talk about our breaks and how lit they were. This one was super duper lit.
Kim was on one.
Our guy
Bertram.
we still trying to figure out exactly what in the hell was he doing on this pose.
Don't you do him like that.
Right. Don't put him out there like
Don't
that.
do that man like that. But go to his page.
Wait a minute,
Ladies,
he already put it out there. All I'm doing is commenting on it.
you gonna see some gardening like you've never seen before.
So yeah, go to Bertram Bills
Bills.
on Instagram and you'll see what we're talking about.
Look, we can't put it on our page. We may get suspended.
Elon Musk
See?
gonna ban y'all like
Right.
He gonna be like, yeah.
Hey, he might want to stop you. You ain't got that blue check yet. The little
Y'all
certified.
ain't
You can pay for it.
y'all ain't official yet. Y'all ain't green or blue. Let me block y'all.
We'll definitely be blue.
No, it's all good.
It's all good, y'all.
Yes,
Yeah.
y'all support our guy. We already know there's gonna be a P Valley season 3.
If he got anything to do with
Oh,
it,
he in it.
Hey, he's trying to up his stock.
Oh yeah.
I ain't mad
He's
at
like,
him.
I need I need more speaking roles, because Broderick talked about the fact that Bertrand has this tendency of just kind of looking at you like,
Man, dude, sell it every time. And from a hood perspective, you be like, "Yep, that's how I would look right there." If I was in the car and they was doing that, that's how I'm looking at it. I ain't gonna say nothing to them, but I'm gonna look at them that way.
Man,
So for y'all that don't know what we're talking about, Bertram, he plays Wody on P Valley. And he has
And
this
whoa.
look. And whoa. And he also picked greens.
That's just
What's wrong, kid?
don't even worry about it.
I'm just gonna encourage y'all to check out the video, because Kimberly, I've never seen her speechless, but today is the day. She didn't have anything.
She is a
I got nothing
gardener.
to say.
She is a
Yes.
gardener today. She HGTV.
Yeah, she might start a new life. You gonna be out there. You gonna be out on the farm now, Kim?
No.
I'm waiting on the basket to show up. Out
Woo, child. Never mind. I ain't gonna go there. This is a show.
Oh man.
So in keeping with our, so in the month of December, we decided not to necessarily slam anybody or give anybody the smoke per se.
per se.
Last week we gave the smoke.
We didn't get a smoke to
We didn't get a
anybody.
smoke. We just talked about the fact
it.
that the finally, they got Trump cornered. So
Let's hope so.
yeah, let's just hope so.
Y'all must forgot he got a tank. You know what I'm saying? In the backyard.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he almost Teflon.
Right.
Right. It's gonna be interesting. Watch see how it finish playing out.
I think the funny part for me is I watch the news and I be excited. It's like that Batman show. You be like, oh, they gonna get him now.
But you know what? I
get
will
it.
say this. Saturday Night Live made their comeback because of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
True
those satires and
Yeah.
the things they did about Trump.
Who was playing him?
Alec Baldwin.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Man, he was spot on too.
Killing it.
He was killing it.
So this week, I'm gonna suggest that we give a shout out to first to Nancy Pelosi, for the job that she did,
She did a great job.
realizing that she needed to step aside and let this next generation
Absolutely.
come in and drive
So we
the
celebrating her for finally getting out of there.
ship. Well, no, the fact that
we
'cause
celebrate her giving up.
Yeah, we got plenty of people that's in Congress and in the Senate that's damn near 100 years old that need to sit down. And she recognized that it was time for a change.
Now, did she recognize it or something happened?
Well, I mean, her husband.
Well,
of course.
the deal with her husband.
So if a deal with her, the thing didn't happen with
And
her husband,
sometimes
she would
those
say.
things
She
put
probably
things
held
in
on.
perspective. Yeah,
see,
yeah,
But I didn't know
remember-
she was that old though.
Yeah,
Can
she
I tell
old
y'all
as
that?
Yeah, she old.
She
When
old.
they said 952 years old, I was
You
like,
so
God,
dumb.
no.
That lady ain't that old.
But see, I remember when Harold Ford Jr. was gonna take over, and he was kind of vying for being the Speaker of the House, and basically Nancy Pelosi, they put the smackdown on him and said, "Sit down, Junior. You're not ready yet."
Because you got to have some power. You have to have some power if you talking about being a speaker.
But,
And you can't
you
have
know-
no punk bone in your body.
And she didn't
How old
have
is Mitch McConnell then?
He ain't got no punk bone in his body. He
1,222.
don't. He don't give a flying flip what y'all say.
And he represents the worst state in the union.
One of the poorest, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but don't McConnell look like he got the Michael Jackson light skin lip situation going?
He got a lot going on. I'm like, who your people?
Dude did a press conference. I looked at him and said, he looked like Michael Jackson because the lips was pink and the skin was pale.
He got those
somebody-
big old eyes and everything.
Somebody
So-
tapped a little color on
Yeah,
him.
put a little color on him.
So for the first time ever in 2023, we will have a African American
Yeah.
Speaker of the House. A young guy. I don't know how old he is.
Who, Hakeem?
Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you can't get no
when
more
you
African American than
say-
Hakeem.
You
blacker
said
than that.
Hakeem Jeffries, you know already. that-
already.
When they announced it, you know what I saw? I saw motorcycles and people just hitting wheelies. Hakeem is here. Whoa.
And Hakeem
Hey,
do
he
not
might
miss
be
his
from
words.
Wakanda. Not Wakanda. What's the other one? What was he from?
Who?
Hakeem.
Hakeem. Oh, Zumanda.
You stupid. And she wouldn't know the answer. She knew the answer.
Zumanda.
Yeah, so Hakeem represents
for
the
400.
great state of New York. He's a congressman out of New
I
York.
hope he don't take no shit.
Oh, he can't. Nah, he ain't got no punk bone.
With the
in his
name
body.
like
Nah, he don't
Hakeem,
look like it. He look like he got a pair of Timberlands.
If you've ever heard
under
him,
his,
if
under
you
his
ever heard him
desk.
speak, you know he deserves this position.
Yeah, definitely.
he deserves it.
Definitely.
Yep.
luck.
So yeah, exactly. Good luck, God's.
And the boy
God's,
walked in there with
Godspeed.
swag though.
Oh yeah. He
Oh
walked-
he
yeah,
had all
they
the
finna be
swag.
mad about it. Come
He had
on.
all the swag.
Well, the unfortunate part is that the Republicans run the House right now.
But I don't think they gonna run it the way they think they are. 'Cause
Yeah, I don't think so either.
When I saw Hakeem, I was like, oh, it's over.
Oh, you know, people always think they gonna be able to do stuff like they think, but it'll be
Hakeem
interesting.
like,
to
y'all
watch
only
how
got
this
3
plays.
more seats. What you trying to do?
What you trying to do? What you trying to do, man?
Ain't no punk. Maybe he'd be like Harrington. Ain't no punk.
Right.
No, Harrington said I ain't got a punk bone in my body.
Right. And he might say something like that. Then he say
Hope
something
so.
like that. I'm joining the campaign.
Right. I'm ready. I'm about to
I'm
join
just
him.
waiting on somebody to say one good time.
One good time, man. I'm really waiting on somebody like, you know how Michelle Obama used to look at people?
You know what's up? She could not. That was the funniest thing to me. I know that they probably had prepped her to death and said, you know, watch your facial expressions, but it's something about sometimes when you know it's cringing, you cannot change
That's what
it.
dude do on the show. Keith Valley. That man be like, bam, you just see it like that's the
Right,
face. That's
right.
it. I ain't got to say nothing to you. You see my face.
You see my face. She just couldn't do it. It's just something
She
you
could
can't
not do
ask
it.
people to do. That
Yeah,
just was
yeah.
like,
See, that's
unless
a real.
you just plugged up her ears, that was the only way it would
Only way
probably
you-
have
yeah.
worked.
So Nancy Pelosi, thank you for your service. We appreciate you.
Do you
Thank
know
you for
Nancy?
stepping
Step
down.
to the side so that
Thank you for stepping down.
Yeah,
Thank you for
Hakeem,
quitting.
Yeah, Hakeem can step in and turn this ship around.
And you know, and there's nothing against her, but you know,
It's time.
all politicians at a certain age, you gotta let the shit go.
They can't.
I know the power, and you know that's
And them
all
little
you
checks,
got.
them
That's
little
all
extra
you
checks.
get.
It is, but it's not the check. Because
not even
at
the
that
check.
point, you already wealthy as hell.
Yeah, right.
You know, well,
They walk
some folks,
in. They
want more.
walk in as
And
regular
you can't get
citizens.
enough. Look, you got to remember, you can't get enough vacation getaways.
That's true.
You can't get
And
enough.
listen, I want to just give a shout out to Barbara Cooper. You know, she represented Tennessee and District 86
Very well.
for a long time and did a great job. And to whoever her successor is, which I think is going to be our guy, Will. I know he's positioning himself to step into that seat. So. But whoever, we just, I think she deserves all the flowers and whatever that she gets for her service. So,
And then we'll get a shout out to all the 20 people that's in the mayoral
contest.
Now, some of y'all need to reevaluate.
Well, I think Reginald on the last show, I think he mentioned that, or somebody mentioned that one of the candidates has already got a huge war chest of money. I mean, just already. So,
and he got the Republican.
Yeah, and I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm not going pick a candidate yet. We've had Paul Young on the show. We expect to get a couple more.
A few more.
Yeah, a few more.
I know
You
Van
got a
Turner
chance to hear what they got to say.
Yeah, I'm like Fabian. I want to hear. I really
You gotta
want
be open.
to get Van. I want to hear what Van has to say. I just do. I think that I think you guys want to hear what he has to say. We're big proponents of getting out and voting. No vote, no voice.
But this time you really need to know what you're voting for.
Yeah, this time you need to know, and
This is an important
Paul laid
one.
it down, and he's got a platform. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying it's the worst. He's got a platform. So if
And
you're
then we got some strong women that's in the race also. I would love to hear what they got to say.
yeah, I would love. And we found out that our friend Michelle is a cigar smoker, so you can guarantee we're gonna be inviting her on the show.
Yes.
real quick. So
Real
Michelle,
quick, like-
get ready. Just tell us what you want. We can get you some wine to go with your cigar.
No.
We just
Michelle,
want to have the
drink.
conversation. We just want to have as many people on to have the conversation because you never know where people might be getting their information from.
That's true.
Thank you
Exactly.
for supporting the Smoke Podcast on all platforms.
Thank you.
Instagram,
boy, that was-
Facebook, Twitter.
And make sure you go to our
YouTube.
YouTube and hit that subscribe button and like and all that stuff,
If you're enjoying the show, if you are enjoying the show, make sure you're hitting the subscribe and like and share, comment, interact.
Yeah, because we love it.
I was waiting for somebody to come with a mailman outfit on and
Message.
message.
Bertram Mike could do that. Hold on.
Come over here and
We'll
say
get him
message.
take his shirt off and say
Come over here and
message.
say message.
Hey, it'll get our followers up, man. We probably get a few more followers.
Yeah. Hey, man, why don't you saunter in here with a bushel of greens?
Not a bushel. Golly. It's so low down.
Talk about your new tomato crops.
I am curious because this is Memphis, and it's cold one day. Is they saying bring all your plants in on Monday and on Tuesday you got to put it back out. What grows in the winter in Memphis?
Bertram, what grows in the middle in the winter in Memphis?
Collard greens.
Collard green. Collard greens, really?
You got something out there at the farm for sale?
Collard. He said, "Come by and see what he got."
Oh my God!
All right, y'all.
So, Broderick, tell people how your social media handles if people want to follow you.
And spell your last name.
Right, definitely.
You better tell them.
So on Facebook is Broderick PB Connesero.
So, the running joke, the PB stands for peanut butter.
Yeah, that's what Blankenship called me in the mail. That's my hood name, peanut butter.
Not the hood.
What does PB stand for?
Pastor Broderick or Pastor B. So Broderick PB Connesero, and then everything else is common, 432.
Oh, okay.
As far as the church, I don't really girl, I found out that the social media is the devil.
You just not found
I
that
just
out?
found it out, girl. So
child.
I just hid myself. So yeah, just
They were
Facebook.
sliding in them DMs.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, PB, I need you to come lay these hands on me. I'm having a little something going on with my shoulder.
You got scared of them DMs? Dang, Broderick. They done ran you out.
I said, cut.
Hey, I'm gonna come to his rescue. I know his wife quite well, and trust me, she does not play that.
Hey,
She from the west side.
you know what?
of
But
Chicago.
hey, people gonna shoot their shot.
They gonna do it.
They gonna shoot their shot. They don't know shit
It's
about you.
somebody that do it all the time, all day long. That's what they got time for.
Yeah, you cute.
Everything else is church. Just
You
Facebook.
cute, Pastor PB.
Not Pastor PB. I hate this show. Not Pastor PB.
That
Y'all,
stand for peanut butter.
It goes down in the deep.
Y'all is crazy.
You gonna have your own little P Valley.
PB.
Get me off of here, somebody. That's why I need armor bearers. Where's my armor bearers at right
What
now?
they gonna do? Come snatch you up out your chair?
Right. I need some armor bearers right now.
y'all listen. We're gonna. I think this next show, if not this next show, the next one of these next two shows is gonna be our holiday edition. Y'all know we turn up for the holiday edition.
We do turn up for
we're
the
gonna,
holiday.
We're gonna invite some of your the people that you guys have enjoyed to come. We're gonna try to get Big Sue back out here.
You think we can get Bertram to come on with no shirt?
Yeah. I know our following will go up then.
I think Bertrand will be here. Period. Now, whether
Bertram, will you come on with no shirt?
Dang it.
He said yes.
that's a no. He said no.
Well, can you just walk in with the greens?
I tell you what. Why don't you bring a dish out of your bait out of your garden? There you go. You can do that. You can bring that. You can bring a dish.
Without a shirt on.
Kimberly, can you see him walking here with a skillet and that grease pop on his body? He be like, oh.
I'm trying to help him.
Y'all are crazy.
I'm trying to help him.
All right, y'all. Until we smoke again, we will holla.
Holla.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.